Vincent Kompany and his 2-4-4. Can we recreate it in eFootball? In Kompany's first season, Bayern retook the Bundesliga title after finishing second to never lose in the previous season. And Harry Kane finally lifted his first major trophy. Can we make their tactics work in eFootball? The main formation that Kompany used was like a 4-2-1-3, but a lot of fluid player movement was involved. The center backs Upamecano and Kim Min-jae would spread out wide, allowing Neuer to join the build-up, forming a 3-2 shape with the two DMFs. That way it allowed the fullbacks to move higher, creating more numerical advantage in attack, often forming a 2-4-4 shape. This allowed them to have the highest number of touches in the middle third and the attacking third in the Bundesliga. While it's effective against weaker opponents, it's still a risky approach with fewer players at the back. So Kompany adapted. Kimmich would often drop deep, either in between the two center backs or at a right CB position, to form a back three during build-up. Then many players could drop deep into the midfield occasionally, either Alphonso Davies, or it could be Musiala or Kane, or both of them. These rotations could trigger and accelerate an attack if the opponent pressed the player dropping deep. By having this flexible build-up shape, Kompany puts a lot of emphasis on attacking through the wings. Attacking on the flanks differs in terms of player playstyles and roles. On the left wing, Coman or Gnabry were prolific wingers who often hugged the sidelines to maintain good width with their 1v1 dribbling and pace to progress the ball, as well as get open chances when Elise made a diagonal switch after an overload. Alphonso Davies played like an inverted fullback, using his pace to carry the ball from back to front along the left half space. He stayed closer to the DMF so that during opponent counterattacks, he could rush back and protect both the flank and central areas. On the right flank, it was just reversed. Elise was like a roaming flank who had a lot of freedom to move between the right half space and near the right sideline. That's because he has very good creativity with his left foot. When he cuts in, he can either shoot or make a diagonal ball to the players, making runs down the left flank. Elise actually recorded 20 goals and 20 assists in all competitions. With a roaming flank right winger, Lamer or Guerrero were like attacking fullbacks who hugged the sideline and constantly overlapped. Harry Kane and Musiala's roles helped enhance Bayern's wing play. Kane was like a deep-lying forward and Musiala a creative playmaker. They were allowed to have much freedom of movement. We could often see them overload one flank with the wingers and the fullbacks on the respective side. Having Kane, Musiala, Olise, and Kimmich, all good at side-switching long passes, makes it easy to find open options on the other flank. And of course, Kane and Musiala were also very lethal attackers in the middle, with their shooting range and skills on the ball. With the fullbacks aggressively pushing high, the backline can be very exposed and vulnerable against long passes. That's why Kompany's side starts counter-pressing immediately after losing possession and tries to use their naturally high numerical advantage up front to win the ball back as soon as possible. It shows from them being first in tackles in the attacking third in the Bundesliga. In the case of the opponent breaking through the press, having pacey defenders like Upamecano and Davies being in a more inverted position also helped them in high-risk situations. And the pivots rarely moved forward, so they were usually available to stop counterattacks. The team playstyle I picked is possession, to replicate how Bayern used the whole width of the pitch with flexible player movement like Musiala's wide overload and dropping deep. The formation should be like a 4-2-1-3, with the left back's relative position to be closer to the middle and the left winger wider. The keeper Neuer was an offensive keeper with great skills on the ball. The center back duo Upamecano and Kim Min-jae were a build-up destroyer duo. It's good to use pacey center backs in this system. The left back Alphonso Davies played like a fullback finisher, but an attacking fullback should still be fine, as long as he's positioned less wide than the winger. The right back Lamer or Guerrero were like attacking fullbacks, but we can also use a playstyle that's not activated. We should give both fullbacks attacking. Kimmich was an orchestrator or an anchorman, while Pavlovic or Goretzka were like box-to-box or orchestrators. Musiala was a creative playmaker with great dribbling skills. Coman or Gnabry were prolific left wingers, while Olise was like a roaming flank. It's optional, but we can give them deep line if we want to have a safer defense. Harry Kane was a deep-lying forward. We can have Leroy Sané, a prolific right winger, as a sub, as well as Thomas Müller, an SS or AMF with great offensive awareness. Here's the formation, the full team, instructions, and the table of players. Let's try this squad in 3 online Division 1 matches.
So here we have one of the greatest defenders.
It's important to have fast center backs in this system.
Well, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly brilliantly cut out.
Alphonso Davies plays as an inverted fullback with the left winger staying wide. The DMF Pavlovic moves to the left-back position when Davies goes high, and the creative playmaker Musiala drops deep to pick up the ball.
Musiala. David. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Musiala.
With the fullbacks high and wide, it's easy to create chances in the middle.
Tries a shot! Goal! Germany! And he's got what he came for. His 20th goal.
It's risky to just have a block of 4 at the back, but it's also easier to find a long pass target out wide. Musiala is free to overload either flank.
Musiala. Can he stop it going out? Caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself.
Davies can act as another passing target in the midfield. It allows Koeman to attack by hugging the sideline.
Acres of space out wide. Up he goes! And now they can sprint.
A chance coming from counter-pressing.
Olise. Oh, what a climb! Neat pass. Hakimi.
Musiala is free to go anywhere. Inverted Davies again.
He's in plenty of space here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got... And the shots!
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Olise. In with a header! And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Germany can reflect on a... There.
I wanted to use matchup defending.
That pass isn't the best. Big chance! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
This Van Dijk's awareness is way too good. It's easy to have a 2 versus 3 disadvantage. That's why we desperately need fast center backs.
His good intentions.
Then Musiala picks up the ball from the back, and Kane makes a through ball to the attacking fullback.
Towards the right wing. He has found the way through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Diaz. Musiala. It's a decent looking cross.
Being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space. Goes in for the header. That's another chance.
Nice offside.
Mavinga kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Kane and Musiala make it easy to link up the attack effectively in the middle.
Looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter.
Winning the ball back high up the pitch again.
The plan.
These two want to come off second best. Now it's Sané.
Messi and Musiala's role connecting with Kane,
Deified by some. Out to the left it
and the
goes.
link-up opens up space for the wingers.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions, kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
I didn't know it was Hakimi. Somehow this attacking fullback Hakimi showed up there.
Danger averted for now. And that will be it. Decent game of football that. Lima. And here's Kane. Germany head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Now the clean. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose.
That was lucky, but it's also thanks to Musiala's freedom of movement in a possession team. With Kane and Musiala in the middle, sometimes it's like you have 4 midfielders.
Germany are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goals.
And they would act like forwards in the attacking third.
All of a sudden, bang, commended for their drive and desire. Most teams.
What was that?
It's Neymar! Germany still ahead by the game's only goal.
There's so much space for Lamer and Sané.
With Sané. Messi. Cleared without complication.
Thank you for watching. Will you try Company's possession 4-2-1-3 in eFootball?
Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Kane voted